for Diggs declined to.
Welcome to Real Talk, Marvin. Once again, Stefon Diggs, NFL football player, is found not guilty for assaulting and strangulation, I believe, of his chef, his young lady he was work for him as a chef or whatever. You gotta understand, I don't know if it's the powers of be. Sometimes these guys will say, these guys have money. That's how they got out these situations. They can pay their way out. We done seen so many celebrities, football players, basketball, boxers, basketball, baseball, whatever, celebrities, period, rappers, whatever. They get always beating these charges. And the reason we say these guys keep on beating these charges is because they have money. But sometimes people can bring false allegations for whatever motive they got going on. Maybe they figure a relationship, monetary things, or they don't want to be with them, or they had a sexual relationship with them, and then all of a sudden it ain't going their way, and they start doing these type of things. But anyway, we'll get right to the courtroom right now and find out it's breaking news, and that he didn't do what he said. But a lot of people, we looked at it, he might have done it, but hey, the courts, they say, the courts, a lot of people live to believe, but it is what it is.
Questions about financial demands made on her behalf as defense attorneys pressed her over claims she owed money and inconsistencies in what she said she was paid. She had accused Diggs of smacking her across the face and trying to choke her with the front of his elbow back in December of 2025. The alleged incident resulted in assault and strangulation charges for Diggs. He pleaded not guilty back in February. Alleviated of these charges today. Let's take you out to some of the moments inside the courtroom of this not guilty verdict being read.
Four lady members of the jury, hearken to your verdict as the court has recorded it. Upon your oath, you say that the defendant is not guilty of the count of strangulation or suffocation and not guilty of the count of assault and battery. So say you, Madam Four Lady?
Yes.
So say all members of the jury?
Yes. All right, thank you, sirs. Please be seated for a moment. Everyone, please. Jurors, I told you during this trial and in my instructions that the verdict was your responsibility and your responsibility alone. Jurors, I want to thank each of you for your careful attention and
she's so
service
surprised.
throughout this trial.
Don't be surprised.
This case has involved
Women lost a lot of time too.
public attention.
They think they're gonna get some
Despite
money.
that, you have remained focused on the evidence presented in this courtroom and the law as I instructed you. That is exactly what is required and that is essential to the fair administration of justice. I recognize that serving as a juror in any case can be demanding, and in a case such as this, it may have required additional patience and sacrifice. The court is grateful for the seriousness and integrity with which you have carried out your responsibilities. Now that your service is complete, you are free to discuss the case with others if you choose, but you are not required to do so. You should not feel any obligation to speak with anyone, including members of the media. If you are approached, you may simply decline. Whether or not to speak is entirely.
Just listening in there to the judge relaying some messages to the jury as they found Stefon Diggs not guilty of these assault and strangulation charges, and tears now streaming down the former Patriots wide receiver's face there in the Boston area. And I do want to take you out as he did leave the courtroom earlier on today as the jury deliberated for roughly 90 minutes.
I don't see Cardi B nowhere.
Returned to the courtroom to ask the judge a question. The group returned shortly thereafter with the not guilty verdict on both of those counts. Diggs' former live-in chef, Mila and Adams, accused Diggs of choking and slapping her at her home in December of 2025. Adams took the stand during the first day of trial and said Diggs entered her bedroom at the home and smacked me with an open hand. She added that she struggled to breathe as Diggs allegedly wrapped his arm around her neck and choked her. So we did see the attorneys for Stefon Diggs also make remarks. Are kind of coming up to the podium here. Let's just listen to what they had to say after this not guilty verdict was read.
Listen.
step this way to the line? Thank you. Sure. And those say the names too.
Sure. Mitchell Schuster, SCHUSTER from Meister, Sealy and Schuster.
Another liar. Lawyers are liars. The best liar always wins.
Last 2 days, we want to thank the judge and the jury for running an efficient case and listening to all the evidence and coming to a just result. Domestic violence is a very, very serious issue in this country, and it's disconcerting when people use it as a sword and manufacture claims in an attempt to extract money. I believe the jury saw through that today, and we're very, very pleased with this result. I'm thankful for someone like Stefon Diggs, who insisted that he get his day in court so that his truth could be heard. And it was heard. No assault ever occurred, as Andrew said during his opening and his summation. People have to stop targeting professional athletes and trying to extract money. They have a target on their back, and it's hard enough doing what they do.
That's one hole right there. A lot of times, I hate to say it, y'all know Diggs, Diggs definitely had multiple baby mothers. He's a womanizer. We're going to keep it 100. A lot of us probably been there as men with a lot of multiple women, especially when you're being an athlete, when you're a high paid athlete. You're real, you got a lot of credibility about yourself. Um, handsome type of guy, pretty boy type of guy. Zestiness, he got some zestiness with him. Ain't no ifs and buts about that. We've seen that. But that's neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, she was asked for monetary fund. She wanted some monetary, give me some hush up money. I can do this. Because we know something. The woman just, I hate to say it, as a cause and effect for everything. This woman just didn't say, oh, he did this and did this to me and didn't do it. Some truth is in it, but we know how people go behind the scenes, just like we've seen plenty of athletes go through this when they, come up with these allegations or these allegations and stories and things like that, where they're getting paid off. We're gonna keep it 100. It ain't ifs and buts about this.
This has to stop. People should focus on real victims of domestic violence. And
Sana's real victim. She was a real victim.
Tremendous disservice to those who are really afflicted and impacted by causes like this. And it's been an honor to represent Stefon, and I could not be more proud of him that he insisted that we see this through and that the truth be told.
The verdict was read. He got emotional when he punched his lawyers. How is Stefon doing right now?
It's an emotional thing to have false allegations levied at you. This has impacted him both personally and professionally. And so, yeah, he's an emotional person, but he's a person. He's a human being. People just look at professional athletes like they don't have feelings and they don't have emotions and they don't have cares. They do. And he certainly does, and he's not shy about expressing that. So,
but sometimes young athletes with this type of money do dumb things. They're not ready for this type of money, man. They're ready for it, but they're not emotionally and spiritually inclined to deal with certain things. Because they figure like, I got this money, I can do what I want to do. And to whoever I want to do it to.
The team will reach out and sign him imminently, and they're going to be lucky to get him.
You heard that?
All right, just listening into that. So the attorneys for Stefon Diggs saying Diggs did want his day in court and potentially could land him on a NFL team after being released by the Patriots after their run to the Super Bowl.
Because they
Also
knew
during there after
they
the
wouldn't have
not guilty
released him if they
verdict,
didn't know that
saying
he didn't think that he didn't do something like this. Come on, man. They wouldn't have had
Stefon Diggs with
released him if they had any type of thing, any mindset that he didn't do it. Now this lady right here, this is the young lady that's in trial that said he
Can't believe my mom played Kitty with a
they
period.
want him up on these allegations or these charges or whatever. We're gonna keep it 100. He said this is not important. Why is it not important? A lot of things is not important in the world, but we still go through it. We still listen to it, right?
I love calling
A lot of stuff is important. Somebody so you telling me, Richard, or whatever you want to call your head. If this was your daughter or nephew or your daughter or your wife or something, you don't think this would be important? I mean, I'm not trying to make it make sense. Sometimes people say what ain't important to you is important to other people. And you saying people talking about this is not important. This is very much as important. She's an individual. She's a human being. She's a woman. Did she get paid off? Who knows? It's very much important. Yeah, we'll see what she had to say. This is herself, man. This is herself.
Would you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Jamila, Jamila, Adams, ADAS.
And do you only go by Jamila or
I go by Nila.
Mila?
You want to see what she do?
For
Want to hear what she
I
say
am
to
a
say?
professional chef.
For him.
I've been working in the industry for 13 years.
So you're a professional chef. You work in kitchens and.
I work privately for athletes, prominent figures, and wealthy families.
So you're a private. Is there a difference between a private chef and personal chef? Are those the same things? Or?
It's pretty much the same thing.
And how long you say you've been a private chef?
13 years.
13 years. And what sort of training did you take to become a chef?
I went to school for clinical psychology, so I have a degree in psychology. But I followed my passion in cooking because I grew up in the South and we cook. So I did some training in France and also Italy.
And kind of very generally, what does a private chef do?
We provide daily meals for our clients. So that would be breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It's typically a live-in situation. So readily available to them, kind of like 24 hours a day. So I would say it's based on client's needs. So
And
each client would, whatever your health goals were or health issues were, I will help you get better.
so you mentioned a little bit of what kind of clientele have you worked for?
Athletes, entertainers.
Without naming names, what kind of athletes or entertainers do you mean?
Singers, football players, basketball players, baseball players.
And are these
So
professionals?
like saying strive for talent, yeah.
How much do you make in that job?
It ranges, depending on the needs they need from me. If it's a full-time living, it can range from anywhere $5,300 a week to $10,000.
Justice for cooking.
Turning your attention now
That's a
to
lot of
Mr.
money.
Stefon Diggs. Do you know Mr. Stefon Diggs?
Yes,
And how do you know him?
I've known Stefon Diggs for over 4.5 years.
And how did you meet him?
We met in December 22 through Instagram message.
The question is, did she have a relationship with this guy? Because I mean, you got baby mothers and things like this, and all of a sudden you get a live-in cook. I mean, come on, we're gonna keep it 100. You got a live-in cook, but you got all these girlfriends. You got Cardi B, which is a well-known singer, rapper, or whatever, influencer, whatever. And then you got this young lady. Come on, man, make it make sense.
Right, we need to cook for them.
And
That's all.
do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And could you identify him through? I see you're pointing at someone, but can you describe him just because we have to have everything on the record? Describe him either clothing he's wearing or hairstyle, anything like that.
Blue shirt, tie and blue suit.
Your Honor, the record reflect that this witness is identified as the defendant as Mr. Stefon Diggs.
It will reflect that definition.
Over those 4 or so years, how would you characterize your relationship with Mr. Diggs?
I would say it's complicated.
What's complicated? Complicated, I mean, they had a relationship then. Wow.
We had it started out as friends. Started out as friends, became sexual,
Wow.
and we would
The door wasn't come out.
hang out. And we decided I would come work for him like February of 2025.
So you said February 2025, you and he talked about you working for him, and that's as a private chef.
Yes.
What were the sort of terms of your employment like? Were you living with him?
Yes.
Wow.
And how many meals or what was it like working for him?
Can't say it.
Yeah, it is. So as far as your employment goes, what were your duties working as a Mr. Diggs private chef?
My duties were to make all his meals, his snacks, basically get him healthy. That was the start of our initially hired me. He was coming back. It was his comeback year. And I wanted to help him get healthy, to eat better too.
So do you create a menu? Does he just tell you what he wants?
I'm skilled with recovery, so I knew what it would take to get him, help him get healthy and stay healthy. To help him change his diet. So it was more so like diet change would be the focus, just overall.
Okay. Would you cook just for him or for other people as well?
Yes, I would cook for whoever was in the house.
And I know you mentioned earlier breakfast. Is that the sort of standard? Was it every day breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then?
Yes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
And how much did you get paid for this?
We agreed on $2,000 a week.
And how did you get paid?
Finance office would pay me.
So you said that you while this was staying in his house, right?
Yes.
Where was this house?
11 Schoolmasters Lane.
You looked at.
Dedham.
And can you describe this house? What was it? It was a single family home.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it an apartment? Was it?
No, it was a single family house.
And how many floors was it?
Basement, middle floor, a landing, and the top floor.
And so, where was the kitchen?
The kitchen is downstairs on the floor you come into the house. So first floor.
And that's where you did your shopping, cooking, baking.
Yes, where I did my cooking.
Yes.
Yes.
And where did you stay in that house?
I stayed on the top floor.
And where was it in the house?
It was up the landing, all the way to the back, and it was over the kitchen.
And was this a single bedroom that you had? Was it a suite? What was it?
A single bedroom with a full bathroom.
With a full bathroom. Was the bathroom off of the bedroom?
It's the bedroom, and then you walk back to the bathroom.
So
It was in my room.
Okay, so the entrance to the bathroom wasn't in the hallway; it was in the bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. And where was Mr. Diggs? Where was his bedroom?
Up the first landing.
Okay, so you said that there was the floor you come in on, a landing, and then
Mr. Diggs' room.
Mr. Diggs was on the landing.
Yes.
How long were you there in that house?
From July 20 to 21st, can't remember exactly. To December the 15th.
And during that time, who was at the house with you?
Mr. Diggs, his friends.
Did he have other staff that lived there, or was it just?
No, I was just. He had friends that basically lived there.
Okay. And while you were living there, was it a kind of regular schedule or thing? How did that work?
Yes, he gets a different schedule by the week, but it will change by the day sometimes. Sometimes he would have to go in later, earlier. So I'll often ask at night what time you have to be at work. So I can have breakfast prepared for him to do.
Turning your attention now to November. Around November, did any sort of friction occur between members of the staff?
Listen,
Yes.
And what was that?
Friction. Say that again.
Was
Friction.
there any sort of maybe I should say this. What if anything happened near the end of November?
Yes. An Instagram DM message was sent to his child's mother's friend, and this message was stating that I was telling his personal business of women that he was sleeping with that worked with us, that worked with me, and yeah,
And so,
as far as I can remember what that message said.
and
So,
how did this create friction about the people working for Mr. Diggs?
I was confronted by Mr. Diggs. If I said these things, but it had already been Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsay Bolden, and this person, she didn't like me, that fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsay Bolden, who's that person?
Lindsay Bolden, it works for Mr. Diggs.
How? What does she do?
I can't quite answer. I just know he provides housing. I don't know. Yeah.
Cardi B got a baby by this guy. Another lady, I think two ladies just got kids months apart or something.
Did Lindsay get into any
It's
sort of
terrible.
argument?
And the living chef, the freaking chef, I ain't gonna say no living chef, she's a
We didn't get
freaking
in,
chef.
we got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me.
Wow.
She sent me a message first, per his instruction, and called me a name, excuse my language, guys, a bitch, and she just went on and on and on in this message about me.
Objection, Your Honor. You didn't hear it said that.
Yeah.
Do you think this young lady got paid before she came up here with this stuff or what? Because he was found not guilty, but there's some testimony for what she said earlier before the verdict anyway. That's the question I want to find out. Seemed like she had some jealousy going on. He messed with her. She lived there. Then another lady came and started staying there. And now she didn't get that type of attention now. Now she's in court. I don't know. She allegedly said he did all these type of things. So maybe that might have been the reason why she got this man in court. And then she was, I believe, allegedly she's supposed to try to extort him for some money. And since she ain't want to get the money, she took him to court. Allegedly, I don't know.
The whole staff is supposed to.
To the whole staff.
I wasn't finished on that last question.
That's fine. I'm asking questions now.
Okay.
He said she wasn't finished.
So at some point, members of the staff were supposed to go down tonight. You said the whole staff. How many people was this?
His assistant, myself, and his friends. That was it.
And did you end up going out to Miami?
No.
And why is that?
Mr. Diggs told me that I couldn't go because me and her had an issue from November 26th issue.
That's gotta go. Very interesting. See, like these people, seemed like she had a problem because she said she couldn't hang out like that, so she had a problem. That's what,
Get fast,
that's
powerful.
what it seemed like to me. I don't know. Seemed like to me, she had a problem when another lady started living there, and she knew she's living there, and she see this woman walking back and forth. 9 times out of 10, they probably had these little stirs at each other. She felt, oh, you over here on there, you got this new B over here. We know how it go, man. Two women can't occupy the same space, especially trying to deal with him, and he's giving them a lot of attention to this new lady, and she's still living there. I believe this is my personal opinion. I think she got a little upset about it. Maybe I think their brother did put hands on her. I mean, this is my opinion because it seems like the type of guy he is. I think she said something and led to one other thing.
And
But I think she really got
that day,
too.
what were you doing that day?
That's
I woke up in the morning, prepared breakfast. Mr.
my
Diggs
opinion.
came downstairs. He asked me what was I doing for the week. And I asked him, oh, so you weren't going to tell me that I wasn't able to come to Art Basel? And he explained why, and it was because of the situation with me and the other coworker, Lindsay Bowden. And I was upset with him, not upset at the fact I couldn't go to Art Basel. Me and him have a relationship for over 4.5 years. He could have told me weeks ahead of time because me and his girlfriend, Cardi B, we were talking about having like outfits and stuff. It was like a whole thing being planned, and he just waited till the last day. So I was more upset.
You
with
think
him
Cardi B
not
did
letting me
something
know
about
I
this
wasn't
too?
gonna come at
This
an early time.
relationship? Oh wow.
At some point during the stay, were you alone in your bedroom?
Yes,
And do you know around when this was?
it was in the like around 3 afternoon, 3-ish.
When you're in your bedroom by yourself, what kind of thing were you doing?
I was in a bed, laying across the bed, I had my laptop, reading a cookbook actually.
And were you communicating with any people at this point?
I received a text from Anna, was one of his friends.
Did you receive any text or send any text to Mr. Diggs?
No, the morning text that was in the morning. We had went back and forth.
So you had some previous texts in the morning.
Yes.
Let's go. You're in the bedroom. What happens next?
I was in the bedroom. Mr. Diggs came into my room. He went across the bed. He came into my room.
When you were in the bedroom, was the door closed?
Yes, the door was closed.
So when he came in, did he open the door?
Yes, he opened it.
Did he leave it open after?
No, he closed the door behind him.
And you said you were on the bed?
Yes, I was laying across the bed.
About how far away were you from the door?
About 4 or 5 feet, something.
So he comes in, closes the door behind him. What happens next?
He asked me to come here. He walked across the room and like leaned back on the dresser.
Okay, and just to give a kind of a sense, where's the dresser in the room in relation to like the door?
Across the room, alongside the bathroom door.
Okay, so about how far away from the front door is the dresser?
What, 8 feet? I don't know. A couple. A nice amount of feet.
Okay, so some amount of distance. You said he leans against the dresser?
Yes.
Are you still on the bed at this point?
I'm still in bed.
What happens?
He comes in, he looks very angry. He was upset from the text exchange we were having. And in that text exchange, he was calling me bitches. And he was just very upset.
So what happened in that room?
He came in and with intent to hurt me.
No. Not his intent or anything. What actually happened?
He was leaning against the dresser. He asked me to get up to come here. I got up off the bed and I came across to him and stood in front of him, like I stood on the side of him. Excuse me, back. I stood on the side of him. And he was like, what was all that shit he was talking?
And then what happened?
And I was beginning to say, you said, and I couldn't finish my statement. He smacked me.
So when you say he smacked
He
you,
smacked me with an open hand.
do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my
Do you know
face.
which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And I know you're putting your hand against your cheek. Is it your cheek that
It
got hit?
was my cheek that got hit.
About how far away from you were you from him when that happened?
I was at the end of the dresser.
And where was he?
He was on the, like in front of my other side of the dresser.
He
So,
smacked the
about
right,
how
he
much
stand
distance
in front of
between?
you.
Maybe 3 feet, 4 feet.
So he had to
So you
smack
said
the
that,
left side of your face. How can he smack the right side of your face with the right hand?
How long was the word? Did you say smack or slap? I don't know what the word was.
Smack.
So he smacked you, and then what happened?
I went to try to like push him like this. I started.
So again, I see you're pushing your hands out.
I pushed up. He's way taller than me. I pushed up for him
How tall
to
are you?
4'11", 5 feet.
And how tall is he? You know?
6 feet, 6'1".
So you say you pushed out and you made a motion with your hands. So is that you push with your hands
Yes,
around what, like his stomach, his chest, his shoulders?
up to block his hand.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then he
Wow, look at the performance. Oh my gracious. Oh my gracious. Come on, man. Just tell what he did. You going through all
Yes,
that. Oh my gracious. This is the performance they did, man. He just asked you one question. You ain't had to go through all that. Just say what he did. See, this is why they probably gave this man a not guilty verdict. What you doing there? Just be straightforward. It ain't that serious. It ain't that hard. Just say you gotta say.
when I went up to push his hand, like block him, like block him, he took his arm and like came around my neck with his elbow around my neck, and he began to choke me, pressure on my neck.
Where the bruises at?
So you said you pushed against him and then he put his arm around your neck?
Yes,
Do you know, were you facing away from him?
I was facing him.
You were facing him, he put his arm around your neck?
Yes, he was.
He spun you around?
I'm not sure you know something. I can describe it.
Describe as much as you can.
I was standing in front of him. When he slapped me, I went to like try to hit him back like this.
We talking about Stefon
And then
Stefon Diggs, man, NFL football player for the Patriots.
like got me to try to keep from pushing him or protecting myself. And I just it's choking me.
So you ended up in a position where his like forearm or bicep was around your neck.
Yes.
And you said he choked you. What exactly? Did he put pressure on your neck?
Yes.
And were you able to breathe?
At first, and it kept getting tighter.
So were you able to breathe?
No.
About how long were you in this position?
Let's say roughly. I can't recall the amount of time. I just know it went from the edge where we were in front of the dresser to the side of the bed to him falling on top of me on the bed.
So about how far of a distance is that?
About maybe 4 or 5 feet, something like that, 5, 6 feet.
At some point, did he let you go?
Yeah, he let me go when we got to the side of the bed. I was pushing back. I started to do a move that I saw off of social media. He said to me, "That shit is not gonna work."
So you say you tried to
It was a
move.
defensive move where you try to put your hands underneath the person that's trying to choke you, Just like something I saw on a women's defensive page or something. And he said, that shit you see on Instagram is not gonna work. And that's when he got tighter. Like the more I was trying to put his hand, he got tighter.
And then what happened?
And then I was pushing back. And then he like fell down on top of me on the bed because I was on the side of the bed. And it was like, he was like letting me, like, I guess he was about to let me go. But as he was getting up, he like pulled my hair. And he was like, yeah, I thought so.
And then what happened?
He got up off me, off the bed behind me, and he walked around the bed. I told him I still haven't got paid. He said lies. And he was like, so what are you doing? So what are you doing for the week? And I was like, I'm staying here. He said, I don't want anyone in my house. I don't want anyone here. I was like, okay, so who's gonna get my ticket? He said, who always get your ticket? And that's it. He walked out of the room.
So from the moment he entered the room to the moment he left, about how much time went by?
Did you call the police after that then? That's the question. Did you try to call the police?
My last text to Anna was probably like 3:30 something. I text Sunny at 4:11. So it was between that time because I didn't have plans. I didn't have money to go anywhere to travel. So I know.
I know, but just the question is about how long time.
It was just in between that time. I can't say exact, but I know it's before 4:11.
So is that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes?
He was in the room probably maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes, sure.
When he left the room, what happened next?
Did you
I
call
put
the
on my
police?
pants. I had peed my pants, and I had just came off my cycle, and I was bleeding to that again.
Oh my gracious.
I guess because I was so scared, I changed my pants, and I cleaned up myself, and I came back in the room, and that's when I texted Sunny to get my flight.
You never called the police?
And where was that flight to?
Atlanta.
Yeah, I heard what she said. She was on a cycle. She peed her pants on a cycle. She cleaned herself up. She got the ticket. She went to Atlanta. Why did she ask the question? Why didn't she call the police? This man did all this and she felt her life was in danger that much. But you did all this. You found time to text, clean yourself up, clean your cycle stuff up, all this. But you never called the police officer. I mean, I'm trying to make it make sense. But now you're in court trying to sue this man for money or trying to get this man, and get this man in jail. I mean, make it make sense, people. I'm just trying to make it make sense. But if a person did all that to me and I feel a danger in my life, I'm gonna call the police. I might clean myself. I understand that, but I would have to call the police. If you feel that much in danger.
Exit your, when you say you went to your bathroom, is that the bathroom that's connected to the bedroom, right?
Yes.
At some point, did you leave out of your bedroom again?
Trying to leave out my bedroom too later in the afternoon.
But so at some point later on, you did. Do you know about how long you stayed there?
In my bedroom. A while, because I was trying to figure out.
Without calling the police officer, without calling the police, how long was it?
But so at some point though, later on that day, you exited out of the bedroom.
Yes.
And what did you do next?
When I exited out the bedroom, while I was in my bedroom, I was packing my clothes to leave. I called another coworker, and I just asked her, like, what she was doing, and she was like, I told her I wasn't able to go to my bathroom, and that I was going home, and she was like, oh, you should come here, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll come there.
What she said here was that
New York City. So I then proceeded to change my flight to go to New York.
And when was that flight going to be?
I just know I landed at 10:49. It was a later flight.
What is that day?
Exactly.
Did you see Mr. Diggs anytime after that happened that day?
Yes.
And what was that like?
He was getting a massage, and I was leaving out by the time I saw him. I was handing over birthday gifts that I had got
So when you said you were handing out birthday gifts, who were you handing out birthday
to
gifts?
him.
This is a gift that you had already purchased, or
Yes, I normally give him a birthday gift every year.
Wow.
what's his birthday?
You gave a man a birthday gift after they choke you out, you peed on yourself. Make it make sense.
So at some point, did you leave this house?
Yes.
How did you leave it to get to the airport?
Car.
And so an Uber came and picked you up and brought you to the airport?
Yes.
You went to New York, was it New York City or New York State?
New York City.
Also New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And who did you meet up in New York City?
I met up with Shy Charles, and she picked me up from the airport, and we went to pick up her friend Talia, and then we went to her ex-husband's house to pick up something or to do something she had to do. We were there. We ordered wings and watched the movie. Watched some videos.
And did you tell anyone here about what happened to you?
No, I didn't tell anyone there because they have their own interpersonal sexual relationship. So I would have never told her anything like that.
How long did you stay in New York?
I stayed in New York Tuesday to Tuesday, so 7 days a week.
And did you come back to Massachusetts?
Yes.
And did you come back to work with Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
At some point, and I know this was a little bit before, maybe a little bit after, but at some point, were you talking to Mr. Diggs about money you felt he owed you?
It was past wages.
Okay.
Yes.
When did you first bring that up?
During the week of Art Basel, I want to say like maybe the 5th or 6th.
Of December?
Yes.
And so you felt that he owed you some money for wages that weren't paid. Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't paid for the time of the month. Like I hadn't been paid for the weeks that I put in at that time.
And who did you talk to Mr. Diggs directly, or did you talk to his finance people? Who did you talk to about this?
It was a chain of command. Like I would talk to his assistant. But his assistant was under investigation for stealing watches and money. So I don't know if my
At some point, did someone from Mr. Diggs bring up the non-disclosure agreement?
Yes, Mr. Jakes likes to abuse people and try to hide his abuse.
But y'all gotta understand, when she starts speaking out there talking about he's abusive and all that, you put that in somebody's head already. So by the time I was shaking, scratching from the jury out, don't listen to what she said. She had already said it. She'd already said it. I believe, me personally, when people start doing type of stuff like that, they won't put out there, they should just I hate to say it, they should just throw the whole case out because that was the question he asked. She started going on about his assistant owed money. She was in an investigation. That has nothing to do with the case to him. That's another reason why she could have lost.
Next question. At some point, were you giving some information on a non-disclosure agreement by someone who worked for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
And when was this?
A couple days after the assault.
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs? At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
You can answer the question, answer it, Phil.
Mr. Diggs until my last day in the house. I want to say it was the 16th. So yeah.
So December 16th. At some point, did you report any of this to the Dedham police?
Yes.
And when was that?
The Tuesday.
Do you know the actual day or just that it was a Tuesday?
I left on the 15th. I left his house on the 15th. I reported on the 16th.
Okay, so. And so did you call the police? Did you go there in person? How did that happen?
I went there in person.
And what happened?
I was begging for my pay with Mr. Diggs, begging for days,
Objection, Your Honor.
and he refused to pay me.
Objection is sustained.
At some point, you arrived to the Dedham police station.
Yes,
Did you speak to an officer?
yes, I did.
And did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
I was very hesitant at first because of his fame and power. So yes, but I
Objection,
did.
Your Honor. Move to strike. Objection sustained.
At some point, did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And did at any point you provide to the Dedham police text messages?
Yes.
First of all, is previously marked as exhibit 1. I'm placing something in front of you. If you can take a look at that, and you're done looking at that, look back up at me. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a text message exchange between me and Mr. Diggs.
And is this the text message exchange that you provided to the Dedham police?
Yes. I deleted messages because making a report to the police in my previous abusive relationship, me.
Stop.
Wow. Judge ain't trying to stop. Terrible. So I'm saying, like, she was just people just beating her. She'd have had something a smart mouth for Joe to just be beating. Previous relationships, young lady like that, just keep beating on. Come on, man. I see why they found him like yo. I really see why she was found down here. That's terrible, man. He said previous relationship she been beat on and all that. And he only read the text message himself. Make that make sense, man. I think she was a jealous woman because he started bringing other women in, Cardi B and other women in there, and wasn't paying no attention no more. So, hey, it's time to cash out because he wasn't giving her no more money. So at the end of the day, I believe that's just my opinion from what I'm hearing from what this lady's saying. And we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Get these people proper. Let me see what they're looking for.
I don't recognize it, but the messages is cut off.
But why did she delete all the messages?
I believe 3 pages for this. 3 or 4 pages. Do you recognize this, Luis, this? What is this?
This is a text exchange between me and Mr. Diggs.
And when was this text exchange from?
The morning into the afternoon, 12 to.
Of December 2nd?
Yes.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to them, at least the text messages that are here?
Yes.
And what is that difference?
I deleted that and pussy, and I'm running that bitch life. Not mistaken. Yeah.
And why did you delete those phrases when you provided those text messages to them?
Because when I was abusing my previous relationship, when I was saying things,
It has nothing to do with it.
he would.
The objection sustained, there's no question in there, and the judge will disregard the sidebar.
Once again, she keep on talking about when she was abused in her previous relationship. It has nothing to do with this relationship you had with him. It had nothing to do with it. So really, I see why she kind of blew it for herself. Even if Diggs, which I believe, me personally, I think that he might have put his hands on her for whatever reason. She seemed like she probably got a smart mouth. She's trying to find every work, any kind of way she can do to get out of this. She brought it to, she the one gave this evidence to these people. So you got to give these people everything. You can't give them part of it. And you got to pick a side, tell the truth or mix some lies up with it or whatever. But she blew this case for herself. If that was the case, or she might have got paid. But now I was thinking to myself, maybe she got paid for him to go away. But now that I'm watching this for the very first time, I don't think, me personally, I think she made a fool out of herself. She tried to hide a lot of things. And I believe.
Here's what was up in or remotely, but not sure if your insurance represents. That's where it's represented. Let's be real.
My personal belief, I believe that she was just trying to do anything to get some money out of him. And by saying, I will ruin you, and he probably said, well, let me get his broad some money and move on. But as you can see, yeah, this is her. Yeah, I want y'all to see it. Yeah, I want you to see. This is, I believe, right off the day after that. This for him to do so much. Look what she doing. Look at her. She doing all this phoniness.
Moses, is this one of the videos that you took of Miss Adams?
Yes, it is.
All right, and can you just describe where you are?
We were in Shara's room there, and we were just goofing around, listening to music and dancing.
This one, she just got beat by his man. She peed on herself, came on a cycle, had to clean herself up. But she didn't have the ball. Oh, sorry. You just, she had that New York accent.
Take it to the block.
Blogs.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, that's what it was. She thinks she's gonna get paid.
It was an hour-long conversation, so it was all
Let me start with it.
Oh, sorry.
Defendant is not guilty of the count of strangulation or suffocation.
That's what she wanted to do.
Not guilty of the count of
She wanted to
assault
take it to the
and
blogs and make
death.
money.
Saying that before, lady.
All right, so when you YouTube found back again with another video now. Look, man, the case has closed. Stefon Diggs has been found.
I'm gonna see this guy right here. He loves being in the videos and all that. But I just want to see. Look. Yeah, see, she was having a ball. She thought she was to the blogs and get paid off for social by having a story, to tell a story. And make that make sense.
Is that what you have that video with?
Yes.
That's her, that was her.
And you're gonna move in stills as exhibit 9 and 10.
Make it make sense.
Those are
That
stills.
shows a whole lot about her character.
Yeah, I got the full video right here. It ain't got no breaks in between.
I'm just trying to go a little further. I just want to show this brother what he was talking about.
That's money. For those who are saying, well, she didn't.
I think she wanted money. I'm just gonna go a little bit further.
It was a voicemail, and I didn't listen. I read the transcript, so I didn't know her voice.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026.
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
I haven't finished my question. When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026,
Yes.
in a written text message, I didn't say that. You were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question.
Wow.
Without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
It is what it is. People gonna try to mix it and fix it their own type of way because of whatever they try to portray. But ultimately, she is looking crazy now. She should have left it alone. I feel like what they should have did was basically what she should have did, because he offered her $100,000 allegedly. That's what she said today. He offered her $100,000. She declined it allegedly.
She thought she wasn't gonna be.
I feel like she should have took that money. They could have came together, came out with some type of story, and she could have kept her job, possibly, or they could have just went their separate ways. And she would have been $100,000 richer.
There you go. You said
it is what it is. Now she probably missed her business up, because if you go to somebody the house and shit like that.
And 9 times out of 10, now everybody that see her as their athlete, a sponsor, a wealthy person, this definitely, she did almost all, she would never get a job. Nobody would ever trust her. Nobody would be around. I don't care how fat her butt is, or look like she got a BBL or whatever. But no man, no athlete, or nobody is there. She didn't mess her whole self up because the whole world seen it for her. He offered this lady $100,000, go about your business. I'll give you $100,000. But when she's looking at and I'm quite sure one of her girlfriends from New York, if he offer you $100,000, he can give you $1 million. Nah, check it in court. You can get this more. You can go on here and get these interviews. You can do this. These bloggers, they'll blow it up and you'll get paid. Once again, greed. Trying to think, because she's a woman, greed got the best of her. Let's go see the more of this propaganda.
Problems taking me to court and shit. I won't hire you for shit. I ain't gonna lie. Because you're a liability at this point.
Exactly.
Sure enough, he put himself in a predicament, messing with the lady and shit like that, allegedly. But, I feel like that now he gonna tighten up a little bit.
Exactly.
Because you gotta think, man, when you out here slanging that rusty tool and let people put their cat on you and shit, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. It ain't gonna never end well, so it's best to just go ahead,
take the money,
and just deal with who you deal with.
That's all she needs to do.
Level that's close that you can trust. But to be out here messing with other women and shit that you met not too long ago and taking them serious and shit like that, I wouldn't do it. Take your time to vet these damn people. We be, quick to move forward with people. And like I've been saying forever, man, you gotta sit back and kind of, do your analyzation on folks that you're dealing with, folks. Real talk. You be sitting around and dealing with their ass and being there, show you a whole new character out the blue. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is. But I don't still have to say I don't talk enough about this shit. Her ass is out of there. She lost. She should have took the $100,000 and went on about her way.
That's all great.
And somebody was saying like $2,000 a week wasn't enough money.
That's a lot of money.
What the hell you talking about? $2,000 a week?
That's a lot of money.
You get free room and board. You traveling, going to different states and shit. They driving Porsche shit. They were talking about that today. They driving Porsches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't gotta pay no bills whatsoever, and you living there and shit. All you gotta do is control your emotions and shit. Somebody said that $2,000 ain't enough to be a side chick to a millionaire. Man, you don't tighten your ass up. You probably out here messing with dudes for free. You know what I'm saying? Being somebody's side for free. But you get $8,000.
Then I forgot to mention that she said she get paid from $2,000 a week to $5,300 a week.
And sometimes 10. And sometimes he said 10.
That's a lot of damn money just to cook. And then y'all
cooking sex, there you go.
That's damn near your man too, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like shit, if you just cooking for me and man, people crazy, bro. Y'all too rich for me. People who be talking like they don't even got no real money. But hey, it is what it is. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. And like I said, I understand if you don't want to be no side and that your style and stilo and you got
it is what it is.
Standards than most, but people are going through shit. And I mean, if you like somebody genuinely and they're gonna pay you, just play house. That's what's going on too. Why not just get with it? And then when you get tired of that shit, go ahead and leave, because they already got their own situation that they in. They can stack up their money and do what they want to do. But people just, I don't know, full of shit. Because, hell, y'all ain't making no money like that to be saying $2,000 ain't nothing. $2,000 is a lot of money to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
We just
Look, let me laugh out some of the people talking on my body. All right.
But just cook and make it make sense. 2,000 a week is a lot of money. And then you stacking it up. That's $8,000 a month. That's a lot of money to be stacking up just to be cooking and freaking and traveling. Everything is free. You ain't paying nothing. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Yes. Can I proceed, Your Honor? Yes. Thank you.
Make it make sense.
Ms. Adams, on
You gotta
January
make it
1st,
make sense.
2026, you sent Steph's girlfriend a text message that later appeared on TMZ's website,
Jealousy.
correct?
Listen.
Yes. And in that text message, you told Steph's girlfriend that you were so sorry, but you couldn't talk to her, right?
Yes.
And you told Steph's girlfriend in that text message, I didn't say that, especially in the way it was written.
Yes.
And you were talking about the statement that you made to the Dedham police, right?
Yes.
It was a voicemail, and I didn't listen. I read it, the transcript, so I didn't know her voice.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026.
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
I haven't finished my question. When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026, in a written text message,
exactly right there.
I didn't say that.
I agree with
You were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question.
Yes, you'll understand.
Without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question without further explaining.
You also asked Steph's girlfriend to, quote, please call my mediator and she will answer everything you need to know, but only in person and confidentially, right?
Yes.
Your mediator's name is Lynette Marie, right?
Lynette Marie.
Thank you. She's also known as Lynette Marie Turner.
I don't know.
You don't know your mediator's last name?
Yeah, I see why she
I don't know her. She's married. I don't know her exact last name.
Your mediator works for a company called LMT Global, correct?
Yes, that's her company.
You're on a minute, Coach? Yes.
Probably so. I agree with that. Probably so. Especially after she started lying like she did.
I'm showing you a corporate document from the state of Michigan. It is an amended annual report filed by LMT Global Corporation. Can you please read the name of the president of that company?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sorry. Your mediator, Lynette Marie,
It was terrible.
issued a money demand to Stefon Diggs on December 29th,
she could have took that
the day the
$100,000
criminal complaint in this case issued, right?
Nobody hired them. Nobody.
I'm not sure of the date.
Huh? Yeah, Coach Hanna?
Probably nobody want to even date her now because of this. And like you said, whole face is spread on all social media now.
Do you recognize this email from L. Marie on December 29, 2025 to Stefon Diggs and a number of other people?
No, I don't recognize it.
You've never seen this money demand before?
I seen the money demand after I was.
Wow. So she's trying to extort them.
I don't recognize the email.
Wow.
Is that your mediator made a money demand on December 29th for money for you from Mr. Diggs.
Money for past
the
wages.
same day the criminal complaint in this case issued, and you didn't see it?
I can't answer that question.
I'm sorry?
I can't answer that question.
Can't answer.
explaining further.
You can't answer that question under oath.
Without explaining.
Wow.
Your mediator demanded $19,000 on that date, didn't she?
For wages owed, yes.
19,000.
Your Honor, I move to strike that.
Overruled. Answer stands.
Sorry?
Answer stands.
Thank you, Your Honor. You've made another money demand in this case, haven't you? Actually, before we get there,
Whoa.
the
I didn't get a
19,000.
chance to answer the question.
Before we get there,
Wow.
Are you withdrawing your
yes,
question,
the
counsel?
question is withdrawn. Thank you, Your Honor. After the money demand for $19,000 was provided to Stefon Diggs, on February 13th, you issued a public statement, didn't you?
Yes.
And in that public statement, you said, I have never sought money to settle this matter, right?
I haven't.
And by the middle of April, you had hired a lawyer to represent you, right?
For workers' comp.
Wow.
That's a yes or no question, ma'am.
Yes, for workers' comp.
Your Honor, may the witness be instructed to please answer the questions posed.
Witness answer the question.
All right. And for workers' comp, the lawyer you hired, is she sitting in this room right now?
Yes.
And she helped you prepare for your testimony in this case, right?
She came to support me.
She came to the meeting with the Commonwealth's lawyer to help prepare you for your testimony in this case, correct?
Wow.
I don't know how to answer that question.
You can't answer that question under oath, ma'am?
No,
You met with the prosecutor last Thursday, right? With your lawyer,
I
right?
was told to have a lawyer because you guys asked me to plead the fifth on some things. So I was instructed to have my lawyer come.
So your testimony under oath is that the Commonwealth's attorney instructed you to bring your private lawyer?
Or a lawyer that you guys offered a lawyer. So I brought my private lawyer.
I'm sorry, when you say you guys, do you mean me, defense counsel for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
Is your testimony under oath that I had some role in your preparation session with the district attorney's office to prepare you for your testimony in this case?
I was told that the defense said I needed to have a lawyer, or they were going to provide a lawyer, something in that context, about pleading the fifth, about messages. So I brought my lawyer, which was when I walked to the side of the judge yesterday.
Your personal lawyer is here today, correct?
My workers' comp.
She's with the law firm of Boston Law.
What workers' comp lawyer got to do with this?
That's a law firm here in Dorchester, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I apologize, but you do need to keep your voice up.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Tell the jury how much I think you described her as a workers' comp lawyer.
I got her because I was injured on the job and I needed to file a workers' comp case. Stefon Diggs did not have proper workers' comp insurance.
Ma'am.
The final portion of that answer will be stricken. Ms. Adams, if you could just listen to the question, answer the question, and immediately pray for counsel certainly.
Okay.
So
Thank you,
what
Your
she
Honor.
saying, since he hit her in the house, that's why you got this.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr.
Whoa.
Diggs, didn't he?
And the money that she
Answer the
Mr.
question.
Diggs offered me $100,000 to recant my statement.
That is
So that is the
Your Honor,
only.
Objection, is right.
She could not consider anything you heard that was stricken from the record. When an answer is stricken from the record, it does not exist. And in determining what the facts are from this case, you're sworn to determine those facts solely and exclusively from the evidence presented, and you may not consider any answer that I have stricken. All right?
You may proceed. Thank you, Council.
She wanted her back pay and by labor. law,
Ms.
she
Adams.
didn't. She just was confused
3 weeks ago,
between lawyers.
your lawyer
She
demanded
would've wanted-
$5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, correct?
That's a lot of money. He was offered $100,000.
Lawyer privilege, I cannot speak on that.
You believe that your lawyer's communications to Stefon Diggs are covered by your attorney-client privilege, ma'am?
Yeah.
See, she just confused.
I can't answer that question. I don't know the answer to that question.
You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, don't you?
I have a workers' comp claim and
Your Honor?
I explore all civil options.
Ma'am,
Are you able to answer that question?
No, I'm
Counsel,
not.
restate the question, please. You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs.
Do you know that, Ms. Allen?
No,
I explain.
Okay, let me explain. First of all, when she say workman's comp, it's because she worked under him. He assaulted her allegedly in the office. So you do go to workman's comp. Now, the part that they're getting to the extortion, she haven't communicated. First of all, she don't have her own personal attorney. So she's working under workman's comp attorney. So that's who filled out the forms and put that amount of money because that lawyer thought that she could do that. But she had to let her know something. It's just that she's totally confused between a regular lawyer and a workman's comp lawyer. The workman's comp is because she wants her back pay. So in the beginning, it really wasn't extortion. It was for her back pay that he owes her.
That type of money?
No, he owed
$19,000.
He owed her the $19,000. But when you don't pay somebody, then they start adding on hardship, all of that other bullshit. So it added up to whatever that workman's comp lady thought. So she's confused because they asked her two different questions. It's two different attorneys, a regular one in which she don't have, and that's what messed her up.
Okay.
sorry, I don't know how to answer the question. I understand.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
His attorney is playing on that because she's confused. And make it look better.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday, defense counsel showed you a form about that you filled out to the police,
Yes.
and they made a point that you the hand, but not the forearm and elbow. May I approach?
Maybe they could give her a quarter point. That's not fair.
They asked her that she done.
The form in front of me. You just take a look at that.
They asked her that she wanted to have a quarter point, but she said she got her own way. Only lawyer she was at.
And that's what confused her.
Yeah.
See, she thought that that was a regular lawyer, but it's only workman's comp. So that's how they eating her up.
Yeah.
If not for that, she would have won.
She don't have a lawyer there.
Right.
She don't have a
Like
lawyer.
workman's comp is two different things. Because she's suing him for back pay. Two different cases. And they know that. That's how they go.
Is there anywhere on that form where you do note the forearm and forearm being used to choke you?
Yes.
Sidebar.
Do you have still a binder in front of you?
Yes.
Do you mind opening to section 3 and to pages ending in 114?
Wow, she just got ate up, man. She's so greedy for money. She should have taken $100,000. She at least should have had $100,000 in her pocket. And then she could have did good on blogs and all that, giving up interviews and made a little bit more money.
In my opinion, she can appeal.
Would you mind reading the text messages from page 114 to 117?
She can't afford one, right? So she can come back and appeal because she took him to court for that hitting her. But she still have a case with workman's comp because she got hurt on the job and he owes her back pay. So she just have to go to civil court now. She was confused and told them, yes, I have an attorney,
But she didn't say it. She's mixing two different cases up. That's what she's messed up at. And they eating her up.
You shit. Fuck, I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Who the fuck give you money for your business? Who the fuck gotta give you money for your business? I don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them to come take the money then. Fuck you talking about. I said that. Pussy. I said pussy. Show me I'm pussy. Will do.
Experience as a personal chef, is it common practice that when chefs get sent away, they get paid for the week that they get sent away?
Yes. Objection. Because that's the only job I have.
And I know on the process came out that you made a public statement where you said, I have never sought money to settle this case. When you said this case, was that referring to the criminal case? Or
yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
See how he just said criminal negligence? They knew that she was incompetent. They ran with that, and that's how they
That series of text messages that you just read, that was in response to you saying after you were fired by Mr. Diggs, you will be paying me out for the season and the money, I'm sorry, this is on page 113 of Exhibit 3. You will be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasted my fucking time being here because you got a fucking circus going on, right?
Yes.
So when he said he wouldn't be paying you, he was referring to your demand that after you leave your employment on December 2nd, he nonetheless continued to pay you $2,000 a week for the rest of the New England Patriots football season while you were not working for him, right?
That's not how it goes.
You will be paying me out for the season, right?
I was a contracted employee.
Yes or no question, ma'am?
I don't know how to answer this question.
She's
before
right.
you
She's
said
contracted, so regardless of what
If
happens,
you turn
she
it just
gets
one
paid
page
for
back,
every
page
season.
112, what Mr. Diggs said to you, that you were responding to was, I'm gonna leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got to this. That's what you were responding to when you told him he would be paying you out for the season, right?
No, it's a full context of those messages.
Ma'am, was the message that came from Mr. Diggs that preceded your demand that you be paid out for the season?
There wasn't no demand.
Thank you for cooking for me this season. I appreciate you. I'ma leave you be.
She was under contract. She said it, but they
You can look right down there.
That's why
On page 112. I'ma leave you
See how they
be.
doing
What
her?
was your question?
I'm not finished.
Oh,
Thank you
oh my
for
goodness.
cooking for me for this season. You can read along and correct me if I get it wrong. I appreciate you. Hate it even got like this. Right?
That's what it says, yes.
Okay. And you were really hoping that Mr. Diggs would give you some money so you could open your own restaurant, weren't you?
Because he told her that.
That was our agreement.
That was what you wanted him to give you,
That
right?
was an agreement.
Ma'am, is this a contract suit?
See,
Objection.
This is an assault.
that objection is sustained. What is supposed to happen? That's the
Withdraw.
problem. They mixing it. That's why she's trying to do that and make the jury confused.
You wanted him to pay you to open your own restaurant, right?
I want him to pay me past wages.
Okay. Just one moment, Your Honor, please.
She will end up civil suing him. She got it with that. You see how they controlling her because they know she don't know.
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you. Anything else?
No redirection.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Commonwealth calls a cannabis.
It's cool if she loses
That's
the
his
assault
friend.
part because she got paid. But what it is, she went to go for assault and she added in the fact that he wasn't paying her. So now she looks like a jealous bitch who wants her money, but she's confused and mixing it up. And that's how the lawyers quickly and they really really they bullied her because they were supposed to tell her this is a workman's comp thing because it's two different things. Workman's comp is civil. And you heard that lawyer just busted out and said, "Is this an assault?" She said it was an assault case, but she added that he owed her the money. There was a contract. She gonna come back with I guarantee you that. She gonna come back with that workman's comp and make it
It's always
civil.
with the testimony you're about to give in this hearing.
And he gonna be in
Shall be the
trouble.
truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do.
That's what the officer said. Then, she gave the
Good morning.
statement.
Would you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, it's Kenneth Ellis, Ellis.
And what do you do for a living?
Dental police officer,
And how long have you been an officer of the Dental Police?
18 years.
And what's your rank?
Patrolman.
And prior to being an officer of Dental, did you go anywhere else? Were you an officer anywhere else?
I was not.
So prior to being an officer of Dental Police, did you go through any sort of special training or academy?
I did. I went through a police academy in Randolph.
And how long was that? What did you do in the police academy?
About 25 weeks, I believe. Everything from law, different aspects of the law, criminal law, constitutional law, motor vehicle. We had emergency vehicle operation, firearms, report writing, first aid, things like that.
Turning your attention now to December 16th, 2025. Do you recall if you were working that day?
I was.
And do you know what shift?
I was working the day shift, 8 to 4.
And were you out on duty, patrol? What were you doing?
I was assigned to the front desk.
Okay. So when an officer is assigned to the front desk, what are their duties?
You basically just any walk-ins. Sometimes we have the business phone rings, the non-emergency line.
When you say walk-ins, is that just someone literally?
Yeah, anyone can walk in. People, ranging from may I use a restroom, or I'd like to make a report, anything. Yeah, anytime someone comes in, we greet them.
And during that day, did anyone come in?
Yes.
And do you know who that person would be?
We Mila Adams.
And when this person came in, you didn't know who that was at the time?
No.
Okay. And she came in. What, if any, observations did you make of her when she came in?
She sat down on the bench and she was crying.
All right. And did you approach her, or did you wait for her to approach you? How did that
I actually went. Normally, I speak over the phone. There's a phone to talk to the people in the lobby.
Like behind glass?
Yes. Yeah. It's almost like a smoked glass. But because of her demeanor, I went out to speak to her in person.
And did she want to talk to you at first?
No, she did not.
And why?
She asked if there were any female officers working.
And what did you say?
I actually went back to the shift commander's office and I checked the scheduling sheets, and it appeared that there was not one until 4 p.m. that day.
So what did you do?
So I went back and I let her know, and I just told her that if she didn't feel comfortable giving me a statement towards anything, then that's okay. And if she could come back at 4 o'clock, and then I went back to the desk, I believe, for a bit.
And then what happened?
Then she called me back over and said she would like to give me a statement.
And where did you talk?
So right after you enter the lobby area, there's double doors, and then to the right of the double doors, there's kind of like an interview room. So we do fingerprints for like civilian things, gun permits, things like that.
And what did you talk about?
So she just wanted to give me a statement without mentioning anyone involved.
So what do you mean she didn't want to mention anyone involved?
Well, she said, I'd like to tell you something.
But eventually, did you come to learn the identity of the person that she was talking there
Yes.
talking about?
I did.
Who was that person?
She identified him as Stefon Diggs.
And how many times did you talk to Miss Adams?
Just that time in person, and then I believe there was multiple emails, and then it was probably 2 more times on the phone, maybe 3.
I want to draw your attention to the binder in front of you.
Sure.
Do you mind looking at that first, flipping page to that first one, that first time?